In today's lesson, we are going to be applying the power rule to find derivatives. So far, we've been using the limit definition of a derivative, and now we're going to learn our first shortcut. So the shortcut is if we have a function y equals x to a power, then the derivative is bring this n down in front and then x, and then raise it to the power of whatever n was minus 1. So it's a pretty easy rule, and it's kind of one of those calculus rules that everyone always seems to remember for a long time. All right, so let's do some examples. So starting out pretty easy, if we have the function y equals x to the fifth, then the derivative dy dx is equal to, bring the 5 down in front, 5x to the 1 less fourth, and that's it. So this function finds the slope of this function at any value of x. All right, let's do another one. All right, this time f of x equals x to the power of negative 5. Same idea, the derivative, bring the power down in front, so it's negative 5x, and then decrease the power by 1, so that's like a bigger negative, to the power of negative 6. All right, let's try y equals the square root of x. So, square root, we need to remember that that is the same thing as x to the power of 1/2. So the derivative is, bringing the 1/2 down in front, 1/2 x to the power of negative 1/2. Okay, well, let's think about that. Negative exponents, we need to send this term to the denominator and make that a positive exponent. So that would be 1 over 2x to the power of positive 1/2, which is 1 over 2 square root of x. All right, fourth example, f of x equals 1 over x to the third. Well, let's remember that would be the same as x to the power of negative 3. So then the derivative, bring the negative 3 in front, bring the exponent down 1, and then negative exponent, send it to the denominator, make it positive, so negative 3 over x to the power of positive 4. Okay, I'm going to do 3 more examples just so you can kind of get a big idea. We'll do a couple more challenging ones. So let's just start with y equals, let's do the 4th root of x. So it's not too bad, it's similar to the square root of x, but we need to remember that that is the same thing as x to the power of 1/4. So then the derivative would be 1/4 x, take away 1, that's down to the power of negative 3/4. Negative exponent means 1 over 4 times x to the power of positive 3/4. And then if we change that to a radical, 1 over 4 times the 4th root of x to the third. Okay, next one, y equals 1 over the cube root of x squared. Let's rewrite that. So that is the same thing as x to the power of negative 2/3. So the derivative is negative 2/3 x to the power of, take away 1, minus 3 over 3, negative 5/3. So that would be, I've got negative 2 in the numerator, 3 in the denominator, And then I'm sending this to the denominator, x to the power of positive 5/3. So I've got negative 2 over 3 times the cube root of x to the 5th. Okay, one more example. I've got y equals x times the square root of x. So let's first rewrite that as x times x to the power of 1/2. So that's like x to the first. So multiplying powers with the same base, add your exponents. So that becomes x to the power of 3/2. So now the derivative would be 3/2 x to the power of, take away 1, 1/2. And it's not a negative exponent or anything, so it's just 3 square root of x over 2. So I think these are pretty fun, pretty easy. I think you guys will like this lesson. But we're not done yet. Let's do one tangent line question. So let's say I have f of x equals 1 over x squared. And I want to write an equation of the tangent line at x equals 3. So a reminder, to write an equation of a tangent line, we need a point, x and y, and we need slope at that point. So let's see, we know x. There's my x. We need to find y. So let's first just find f of 3. So that's 1 over 3 squared, 1 over 9. So I have the point 3, 1/9. There's my x1, y1. Okay, to find the slope, I need the derivative. So the derivative of f, let's see, that would be up here, x to the power of negative 2. So this would be negative 2 x to the power of negative 3, which is negative 2 over x to the 3rd. And then the slope at 3 would be the derivative at 3. So negative 2 over 3 to the 3rd is negative 2 over 27. So there's my slope, my point. So now the equation of the tangent line, linear function, point slope, y minus 1/9 equals negative 2 over 27 times x minus 3. There you go. There's your full video on applying the power rule. Good luck with your lesson.